Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel. Tonight we've got another product unboxing for you. When I got home from work tonight, I saw this box waiting for me under my mailbox. I've covered up most of the identifying information, but basically this actually comes from someone I bought this off of BoardGameGeek from Great Britain. So if this is what I'm expecting it to be, this should be the other currently released expansion for Space Empires 4X from GMT Games. So let's say we crack this open and find out what we've got in here. And this tape job is actually pretty comparable. Okay, I was going to say this tape job is actually pretty comparable to what we got from a Grey Rooster sales back in January when I got it. Field Commander Rommel and had an absolute fit with trying to get this open, but looks like this is going to tear a lot more easily. This should be Space Empires Replicators, as I mentioned. Craft paper's off. I see bubble wrap with the hell, but I can probably deal with that a lot very easily as long as the tape job inside here isn't completely obscene. And sure enough, bubble comes off pretty easily, and I do see, once we get the bubble off of here, it looks like it's 3 layers of bubble wrap, but I don't mind having the extra bubble in here as long as I've got pretty easy access to getting it out. There we go. And indeed, it is the other expansion for Space Empires Replicators from GMT Games. I've got the base game of Space Empires, and I've also got the Close Encounters expansion. There's also I forget what it's called, I think it's All Good Things. That's currently on P500 from GMT, which I have actually pre-ordered. So whenever that comes out, hopefully later this year, I'll have that expansion as well. So I'll have the entire Space Empires collection. Now, Space Empires is on my Tack Up Wargaming list. You might remember that. But I'm not planning on playing it with any expansions on the first playthrough. I'm sure subsequent playthroughs, assuming I like how everything lands on the channel, probably will use expansions, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves there. We'll take a look at the back of the box. And indeed, it is the second expansion. Looks like it gives you the Replicators, more terrain tiles, a resource deck, and new ships and terrain. Once again, complexity is medium. Solitaire suitability nice and high at 9. So let's say we go ahead and see what's inside the box. Now, I did get pictures of everything before I pulled the trigger on this order. So looks like we've got the rule book here. Okay. So there's that. Looks like it's adding the new terrain tiles. Some new ships, the resource cards. New rules for the Doomsday Machine. Actually, Replicators, how they'll work. What is this? Looks like, okay, general rules. All the turn order stuff there. Some strategy. Balancing, Replicator Empire advantages. Scenarios using Space Empires and Talon, which I might have to look into getting Talon at some point, but I want to check a sequence of play. Replicator Solitaire, so how to play solo with this. And very nice. Alright, so that can go away. That's actually just the rule book. And we've got probably an aid for, I don't know what that's an aid for actually, but then we've got the ship charts. Should be 1, 2, 3, 4, not a 5th, but that's fine. Space Empire's Replicators production sheet if you're using research centers. Pad for those. Replicators production sheet if you're not using that. Let me look here. Holy cow. And then all the technology costs, that's going to be a lot to sink your teeth into. Probably the same thing, yep. Same thing on here as well. Then we've got the Replicator production sheet. Those are single-sided. Then we've got the, oh, it looks like all the punch board that I'm going to need to sit down and punch. I don't want to punch it now, though, because I'm not really ready to deal with it. So there's the first sheet there. Second sheet. In the back. Third. Fourth. Yeah, that's a lot of punch board that I'm going to have to sit down and punch out at some point. Okay. And all the new ships. Back of that. Looks like for the Replicators. Back of that. Okay, more bags. The resource cards as usual. And then just to save myself some trouble, because I know I'm going to do it later, the insert's actually going to get bent here, because I don't normally like keeping inserts, but that looks to be everything for Space Empire's Replicators expansion. So I'm very glad to have that now. So my Space Empires collection is all caught up as of what has currently been released. So we can go ahead and get all this back in the box. I'll put the punch board. Let's put the punch board in first. Like I said, I'm going to have to sit down and punch all of that out. All the reference cards and the production pads can go in on top of that. And the resource cards in the bags. And then this should close nice and easily. Other way. There we go. Alright, but that is Space Empire's Replicators all unboxed. So I'm looking forward to getting the base game on the channel and eventually learning how to play the expansions. So I will do it for this very quick product unboxing on that. Tomorrow we're on track to play Call to Adventure. This week's Mystical Munchies is probably going to go up a little early. I might be off from work on Friday. If I am, it'll go up early. We'll be making Spencer's Minty Discs, which is also known as melted mint cookies. And then Sunday we'll be finishing Pandemic Month with World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King Pandemic. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.